All right, we're going to now learn about using distort to get our image onto here at the correct angle. So what I'm going to do to start off with is take the image of my my piece, which is here. I'm going to turn off these other guys just a second. So I've got my wall done. I feel good about that. I'm going to take my coloring layers here. This is the actual drawing itself. I'm going to Control J it just because I want to, and I'm going to merge all of those layers down to one. Okay, so I'm going to bring that up on top over here, and this is the image itself. Okay, this is the drawing that I did, my awesome doodle. Now I'm going to take this doodle and I'm going to scale it down. I have Show Transform tools on, and I'm using the Move tool. I'm now clicking from the top right corner of the bounding box. Remember, these squares in each of these control points is the bounding box. I'm going to click and drag, holding Shift, maybe even Alt to center it. Without Alt, it just kind of clicks and drag down there, holding Shift, but if I hold Alt, it centers it as well. And I'm going to try to put this on here at an angle. Now look, these are the orthogonals here of the drawing. So this is what it's supposed to look like. What I'm now going to do is I'm going to take this, if I'm going to split this, I got to split this into two pieces anyway. So I feel good about that. I'm going to make a copy of it just so I have that copy, and I'll show you the other way of doing this. If I was just going to put this on one side of this wall, I'm going to take this now, fit it on the wall, and then using the brick lines that I know what I have, I'm going to hold down Control, or I'm going to go to Edit, Transform, Distort. And that allows me to click and drag these points, and using that line, alright, I know that I'm following that brick line along here, and that's going to follow those lines leading to my vanishing point. And this one looks like it's going to have to be a little bit up here. Now that looks like it's in perspective and on this wall at that angle, and it's looking pretty well done, right? I can set it to multiply, or what was overlay should do a good job. Now sometimes if you got it on a really dark surface, it's not going to work that well. Alright, but I just want to kind of see the texture of the bricks through there, and I can lighten this a little bit too. Figure out what blending mode would work best for you. Alright, just to have some of that texture kind of show through a little bit. Whoa, these are fun. This is the blending mode again. Playing around with the blending mode. And we may have to do a couple of them. So if the first one's set to multiply, I like multiply, it usually works pretty well, but maybe soft light works best. If that works, Control J, duplicate that layer. Control J, is it allowing me to do that? No, I have to apply this, I guess. Now I've multiplied that layer. Again, it's still set to soft light, and it enhances that color a little bit. Now I feel good about this. That is ready to turn in. This is what I'll put into my proposal and say, hey, I want to put a mural on the side of the building. Now what if I had a corner? Alright, I did want to put this on the corner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut this in two pieces and do the orthogonal, since it's 2-point perspective, on both sides. Alright, so I'm going to take my polygonal lasso tool, which is straight, and I'm cutting this side, which is Edit, Cut, Edit, Paste in Place, right? Paste Special, Paste in Place, Shift Control V. Now they're both there, just at different angles. So this one, again, I'm going to free transform, Control T, or if you just have the Move tool selected and Show Transform tools, I'm going to now use Control and click and drag. Now that should be kind of in perspective, and this, I'm not changing this one. These two need to meet up with each other, so I'm not changing those guys. There, that should be about right. Actually, it goes up a little bit. Huh. Interesting. Okay. Check that off, say OK, and then do the same thing for this one. I now have auto select the layer. I've selected this one. The show transform tools is on. I'm now going to flub it a little bit too, holding control. Get that to go down this direction. This is actually coming down slightly too. And then I'm gonna distort it even more. Now, I may have some issues where these guys aren't meeting up with each other. That's my fault. That shouldn't have happened, but whatever, we'll make it work. All right, and you kind of just work it a little bit more, and then we'll do the same blending mode operation that we did with the other one, and that should kind of make this look like it's on there. Selecting these two, changing that blending mode to soft light, I believe we had. All right, and then we Control J, duplicated that. And then it kind of intensified the color. And now what we're also showing with the soft light is the darkness of this side is showing through over here, which is nice. Now, I see that these aren't quite meeting up. I'm going to select this layer, Control select the other layer because I will not select all the layer in between, and then I'm going to continue to distort this slightly, zoom in, pull this up, Control, have that kind of meet up with itself. All right, and you can really do a really good job and make this look really legit. Shoot, I did a pretty dang good job, boys and girls. All right. How do you feel about that? Good luck.